Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel for the first time. I've had quite a few new subscribers lately, so welcome to the fam. The last time I left off, I was moving from Florida back up to Ohio. So the big news is that I'm purchasing my family's 100-plus-year-old farm home. Right now we're going to be redoing the house itself. We've been throwing around a bunch of ideas and we've changed about a million times. I do want to preface this by saying I wanted to do a walkthrough of the house before we touched it, before we ripped carpet out, and I have a couple of clips of that. However, I was super impatient, and while I had the time, because I am currently unemployed, I wanted to make sure that I could get some of these like minute things done that I could just do on my own while we wait to like really get started. So without further ado, I am gonna walk you through what we have going on here. The lighting might not be great in all aspects because this is an old house and there's not a lot of windows in all of the rooms, so you'll see. Starting off, we have an entry door here that has a curtain over it with a really big walk-in closet. This is kind of a pan of the addition, which is like the living room area. So like I said, this is a family house, so one great thing, this fireplace was actually done by my great-grandfather on my grandma's side, and then my great-great-grandfather on my grandpa's side is the one who actually built the main house. So this was an addition that my grandparents put on in the 70s, question mark. That's what I remember. So we have a front door, a big window. My grandpa used to load his shotgun shells back here as like an office type thing. But yeah, this is the pan of what will be our living room. As we walk out of this room, I do want to point out all of the wood paneling. Like I said, the house was mainly redone in like the 70s, 80s. So of course the wood paneling was majorly in. This wood box is one of my favorite things. I think I'm gonna do like built-in shelves above it because I have a lot of books. So this entryway is the kitchen and another door. As you can see, I've already started ripping up some of the tile. So this used to be where we would have our kitchen table. This is like a built-in table that you would just have chairs. But like I said, I did start ripping up tile. So this was the kitchen. It is a galley kitchen. Here is the kitchen. Don't mind me stepping on broken tile. This is our washroom. This used to be the old exterior door, as you can see from this little fixture here. Going from this dining area, we have our only full bath on the property. Hello, we have a nice big mirror here, but this is the bathroom. So this used to be a window for the exterior door, and then my grandparents put on the addition. And fun fact, this part right here, the kitchen, the galley kitchen, is also an addition. There's plenty of additions to this house. So this doorway actually does shut with these wooden doors, and I think that was something that was helpful back in the day when they were conserving heat and cool air. So this is the original living room before my grandparents built that addition. So this is the original house that my great-great-grandfather built. So we have a bedroom right here, and this used to be my grandma's bedroom and then my mom's bedroom. So as you can see, we have beautiful hardwoods throughout the original house, which is a blessing. This closet is under the stairs, and it used to be my great-grandma's chamber area. If you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. So this bump out right here is actually one of the original fireplaces that is just now has paneling over it. And we have these beautiful hardwood floors, all of the staples that I tore up. This did used to be carpet. It's been carpet for my entire life. So it was kind of exciting to see all of these hardwoods. And they're extremely dirty, but babe. Come here. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. What about it? Oh, fuck yeah.
What about it? This is what about it.
We're keeping that, right?
I hope so.
That's like best case. That's awesome. That works.
This is the stairwell. I have always loved how there was like something else going on. However, dusting this as a kid was literally a nightmare, and I do not recommend for anyone. So as you can see, we do have holes all over the place because we wanted to see what material we were working with. So this is all cinder block. This is all cinder block. That's all cinder block. And then the interior walls here are not cinder block. So as you can see, this is one of our exploratory holes. Something fun is that for some reason, there are 2 layers of drywall here. This particular wallpaper, I think, is like the original to like when it was built in the 19s and the 20s. So I think that's kind of fun and cute. And then as you can see, our cinder block. So out here we do have a front porch with just stuff on it as it was being used for storage. I want to utilize that space, but we're still kind of like looking about how we can do it. But I do love the door. I love all the wood trim. That's like one of my favorite things. It brings a lot of warmth. Moving up the stairs, this was one of the most difficult things to take off. As you can see, I still have a tack strip there. Taking the carpet off here was a disaster. More cinder block. As you make your way up the stairs, we have what we call a landing. So it's just a little like open room. All of this is paneling, by the way. There is drywall kind of behind it, but it is paneling. And then we have these beautiful windows. So this is the half bath upstairs. This is the only other bathroom in the house. It did have carpet, and now I found that it had laminate and there's hardwood underneath it. To the first bedroom here, which I think was not originally used as a bedroom, only because the trim is different from all the other rooms. So I don't know maybe if they just changed it or not. But again, continuing in with the hardwood. We have another slant in the ceiling. So this was used as my brother's room. And then when my grandparents had it, it was my uncle's room and then storage. So here is that original fireplace from downstairs that I had shown you guys. So that's kind of the brick that it is. And then this is just like a little closet. We have 3 windows here. And yeah, so it's just kind of a smaller room, but a room nonetheless. We'll see what we end up turning this into. Back into the landing, we have the middle room, so please disregard any styling choices. These are just leftovers. Beautiful, beautiful hardwoods. These are probably the best floors in the entire upstairs, so that is great. We have another exploratory hole, and that just leads to the other side. We have our windows, and then we have a walk-in closet. So this walk-in closet does have a slanted ceiling, but it is pretty big, and right now it just has some leftover junk that we need to take care of. Moving back out into the landing, this was my old room. This was not the color that I had it that blue with the black trim. But these floors are probably one of the worst. There was like a red padding that was used, I'm assuming, in the 70s. And then they took it up to put the carpet padding under it when we got carpet 15 years ago. But the red padding turned into like a glue, and so I'm gonna have to try to get that off before we sand it. But this is that room, which is my old room. Again, paneling, beautiful windows, and then exploratory holes. So the roof actually starts here, so this is not into another room. The roof starts at the window pane and veers out. That closet is full of stuff from my childhood that I need to personally get out, and it has the same slant as the other closet and bathroom. I really hope you liked that walkthrough, and I hope you're excited to kind of see how we renovate it. Like I said, we're peeling up the tile at the moment that was put in 2000. I ripped out all of the carpet already. I don't think there's any carpet left intact. We're really excited to kind of transform the space, which is kind of done generationally. My great-great-grandfather used the house as a way to propose to my great-great-grandmother, and I think that's really beautiful. And I do have a couple original photos of the house, and I will try to include those to see, you know, kind of what it looked like originally, what the vibe was. But then I know that there was an addition put on for the kitchen, and I cannot remember if that was my great-grandparents or my great-great-grandparents. And then my own grandparents, when they got the house, they included plumbing, which is a really big thing. I think before the late 70s, early 80s, this house didn't even have plumbing. And then they added the addition that I talked about, and they kind of made those modern touches to it. And so now that it isn't going to be in my hands, we're definitely going to be replacing the electricity, the plumbing, you know, updating everything. The upstairs doesn't even have air conditioning. I remember as a kid we had window air conditioning units because it was just unbearably hot. I'm actually sweating right now. It's like 90 degrees here in Ohio this week. So, and it just like sprinkled a little, so it's actually really humid, and I'm really proud of my hair for not acting up. But I'm super excited to tackle this house. I hope for it to be finished in about 3 years. That's kind of like the timeline in my head, because I know there's going to be hiccups and I'm trying to overestimate, maybe, hopefully. The dream would for it to be ready by the time I get married, which is in a year and like less than a month now. So that's the dream, but 3 years is more realistic. If you have any questions, or if you have any like pointers to like old houses, you know, cinder block walls, the whole bit, please let me know, because I would love to have the advice. But also subscribe so that way you can keep in with this journey of how the house is going to transform. You've seen it now that the carpets are out. This is as much for you guys as it is for me to look back on and be like, wow, that was the house then, this is it now. So I hope you really liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment whatever you want, and subscribe to me. And I can't wait to see you in the next one.